Good morning and welcome to Sunday morning at City of Light Atlanta. This is our meditation time. I'm Reverend Dr. John and I'm going to be with you through it. So let's take a moment and sit back in our chairs. We like to close our eyes, or you can stare at a focal point such as a candle, what we call soft vision, where your eyes are not all the way closed, but you're not really focusing on anything beyond, say, a candle. And the rest of us will have our eyes closed. And let's just take this time to breathe. And as we tune into breathing, we're letting go of everything else. This is our time for ourselves. This is so important. So continue to breathe as we let go of the busyness of the day, the anxieties that are going on, the rush. Everyone's starting to have holiday stress. Let's just continue to breathe. We're going to let those things all go into this heavy overcoat that we're wearing. And then we're going to let it just fall off to the ground. And as that coat falls to the ground, we feel much lighter. We're in that upstairs room now. We've let the lower level consciousness stuff go. And from up here, we can see from the Christ perspective. The Christ that's within each one of us. Our highest self. We know this consciousness is where we need to be from to be most effective. So as we breathe, we recall that it's Thanksgiving time. This is our time of harvest. This is our time when all of our manifestations come to be. Everything we're working on spiritually right now happens, responds. It is harvest time. This is when your good is unfolding in mass amounts. There's so much good in each of our lives that we're able to share it with others. We're able to give it away. And we still have so much for ourselves because we can't run out of good. There are angels everywhere, all around us, guiding us, supporting us. They whisper in your ear when you're driving, watch out for that on the left. We're constantly being supported by a loving universe. None of us are here alone. So feel yourself wrapped in the wings of a loving angel at this time. knowing you journey not alone. The universe has placed everything here for us, everything we need. And in metaphysical teachings, we teach that angels are messengers, just as they were in the Bible. And they whisper in our ears. We call that our intuition. We're gifted with everything we need. Our every word is a prayer. And the universal law acts upon our words and makes them flesh. In other words, the universe gives back to us what we're talking about, what we're saying. It's like speaking into a mirror. So I ask you today, what is your prayer? What do you want to see manifest? Know that you're a blessing and that you're blessed just by being here. Each one of us is as the Creator made us. We are already a blessing, whether we know it or not, and we are already blessed, whether we know it or not. So I ask you this day to go forward with your heart open. See where it is you can be a blessing. And say thank you out loud over and over as you realized you are blessed. You can thank the laws of the universe. Thank the hands of the universe. Thank the love of the universe as you see it throughout this day. And I'd like you to carry that forward with you through the week. And this is what I call praying without ceasing. Remember, as we're grateful, as we acknowledge what we like in our lives, we're speaking prayers out to the universe. And the universe always responds with a yes. That's why we have to be careful about what we're saying. Because the universe will say, yes, okay. Here you go. So with that, let's become aware of where we're sitting. Aware of our breath. the sounds in the room. That blessings abound, and we are part of that, each one of us. You can wiggle your toes in your shoes. Start to be aware of your body and your surroundings. We have 5 minutes before the service starts. So please don't go far. You're at City of Light Atlanta, and we'd like you to be here at 11 a.m. with the Reverend Dr. Paul Gratz. We're very excited about today's service. Namaste.
Good morning and welcome to City of Light. It's a delight to have you with us this Sunday morning as we celebrate the divine presence of God. Each Sunday we begin our service by sharing these words that really define who we are, our mission and our message here at City of Light. We invite you to join with us in this proclamation, this declaration of who we are, our mission and our message. Would you join with me as we allow these words to be a welcome to each and every one? Welcome to City of Light. This is a place where people of like mind come together to recognize in Christ consciousness that there truly is only one power, ever present and all-knowing. We offer a positive and practical approach to a lifetime of spiritual growth. We know we are all spiritual beings having a physical experience in this world, and we celebrate our diversity, welcoming everyone in unity. We know that how we act is the greatest expression of what we believe. So we live out our calling, be a light for the world, a light of love, truth, and understanding that is making a difference. and so it is. Let's just open our hearts to what God has in store for us this service. Let's just release all distractions and let our attention and our focus be that the Spirit of God is speaking to us today. Let's do so as we listen to Scott Dunn offer this opening selection and music, Higher Ground. Thank you so much, Scott. We appreciate that musical selection. We also want to just open up our hearts to the first act of our worship. That has always been an active opportunity of doing unto others. Each Sunday, for years now, we begin with an opportunity of doing unto others in a very tangible way by offering a gift, offering a financial blessing to those in need or to some special cause. Reverend Dr. John Carn is coming this time to tell us a little bit more about this month's special cause.
This month, we're raising money for our staff Christmas presents. We have a staff here that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have staff that live in the building, monitoring security cameras, fixing air conditioners at 2 in the morning, helping set up electrical in our kitchen so that we can run microwaves at the same time. We have people in the building sometimes that have a need at a weird time, and they always call on the staff and expect an instant response. Believe me. So as such, we want to raise to make sure their Christmas is extra good. So we thank you for giving generously. Please go to the City of Light Atlanta Facebook page, website, cityoflightatlanta.com. And there is a donate button on the web page there that you can give generously towards those presents. Thank you.
John, before you go, tell us a little bit about Wednesday and our Thanksgiving celebration for the hungry and the homeless.
Oh, okay.
Our meal, what time, and is there some way that we can help out?
All righty. We feed the homeless on Wednesday, late afternoon, early evening, and again on Friday, middle of the day. And for Wednesday, we're doing Thanksgiving for our homeless, and our volunteers are all bringing their favorite items. And so it's something we do every year. We start at about 12 noon with a first shift of people that come and do some prepping. And then the next shift arrives at about 2 or 2:30. And then we have yet a third shift coming in around 4 to 5. A couple of more people show up 4 to 5. And some of the early shift people have gone home by then. So we always can use people to help clean with that late shift. You're welcome to come volunteer during the day. We have a clothing bank just up the hall now from our kitchen, whereas before we used to run the stairs the whole time. So now everything's organized. We need a person full-time in that clothing closet as we do the dinners, because that frees us from running back and forth. And just about everyone that shows up at the door has been in an outfit we gave them a week before. So they're tired of wearing it. They want a fresh pair of clothes. They may want clean razor blades to shave with, or a toothbrush. So that's the kind of stuff we give out, and that seems to take as much time as our meals do as well. But our Thanksgiving dinner last year was very well received, and it was completely made by each of our volunteers. And that's what I think is really special, because our volunteers love this community that we serve. So there's a great deal of love going into that meal.
John, if I'm donating some food, say a pie or a casserole, what time do I need to bring it on Wednesday?
We need you here before 3. If you're bringing a pie or a casserole, ideally between 2 and 3. We have some early people that show up about 2:30, but anytime before 3 is good. I will be here from about 11 a.m. on, so that I'm here the whole time. No one's going to show up and there's not going to be someone here. And the side entrance, we've had people come to volunteer, go to the wrong door and say there was no one here. We use the side entrance for the Crossroads Community Center.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're excited about Thanksgiving and helping to make it a wonderful occasion for those who are hungry and homeless and those in need. Thank you so much for your generous giving, for those who are bringing in some delicious home-cooked items to make this an incredible meal. A wonderful time where we are serving not just delicious food, but heaping servings of love and compassion for our community. Thank you so much. Let me share with you a few other announcements of things that are happening here in the life of City of Light. We're going to let you know that Tuesday our classes are ongoing at 7 p.m. from the Emerson Institute. This is a class on the basic principles of science of mind. This is helping us understand a new thought journey of spirituality within our life. Some basic principles and foundations that help to bring clarity to a deeper spiritual walk with God. You can join us through our live streaming or through our YouTube channel, which is City of Light Atlanta. You can find us each and every week through these vehicles, and you can view them at class times that are for your leisure, whenever you would like to as well. But it's always great to have you joining us when we are live streaming, so you can offer comments or questions directly to me as an instructor. Thursday, there is Thanksgiving, so our class will not be held on Thanksgiving Day, but the week following, we're picking right back up on Thursdays at 10 a.m. with the book Everyday Holiness. It is the Jewish pathway of spirituality. It is a wonderful book all about the tradition of Musar, which goes back to the era of the Babylonian times. It goes way, way back, but it's all about wonderful ethics for our life. How that we might live the highest and best, and how we might allow the soul to evolve. And during this course, we're going to set up a curriculum for you to help you with the evolution and spiritual growth of your individual life. This is a dynamic class, and I hope that you'll tune into it. Once again, you can find it in our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, City of Light Atlanta. Check back with us anytime, and you can view these classes. We greatly appreciate you joining in and studying with us, because we are passionate about your spiritual growth, passionate about your spiritual enrichment. And again, each week I want to say thank you to so many who are tuning in at Facebook to our City of Light page and keeping up with what's happening in the ministry here at City of Light during this pandemic. Amazing things are unfolding. We are progressing full speed ahead. Even though the world may have tried to slow down, we're pressing forward with great vision and anticipating an exciting 2021 year. We're getting ready for everyone coming back and celebrating together in great community. We have expanded our Wisdom Center. We have upgraded our kitchen facilities. We are ready for all kinds of things, parties, activities, celebrations, potluck dinners, great services, workshops, etc., all happening to a greater level in 2021. We also want to say thank you to each and everyone who's connecting with us through our Crossroads Community Center Facebook page. If you've not signed up to be a member or follower of that page, please do so, because it'll help you be freshly acquainted with photographs, things that are happening, updates on our compassion ministries. It's called Crossroads Community Center at City of Light. You'll find that Facebook page just by Googling it and or searching it on Facebook, and you can make sure that you've liked it so that you are on the feed of all the great announcements and updates from this ministry. And thank you again for your weekly donations and gifts. We so appreciate so many of you being so faithful with your tithes, your offerings, your donations to City of Light. Remember, you can always offer your gift through our website at www.cityoflightatlanta.com. There's a donate button. Just click on that. You can donate for whatever cause or need that you have the Spirit is speaking to you on, and certainly for our general operation. We appreciate your gifts. Thank you so much. Let's center our hearts now as we enjoy this beautiful music selection by Scott Dunn, Be Still and Know.
Let's take this time and go into prayer. Let's all settle back in our seats and close our eyes. Remember, this is a time when we listen. Always say you can't hear your intuition or the words of God if there's an argument going on in your head. So we have to get quiet. We give our attention to our breath. Let us know this together. I'm thankful and grateful in my heart. Thankful and grateful to know that there is a power and presence that surrounds me. It enfolds me. It speaks through me. It loves through me. It creates through me and through each person here. We are each part of this vast web of spirit that goes completely around this world and far beyond. As we relax in this knowing that we are God and God is us, God is expressing through us, but we are not all that God is, we realize we have the same creative ability. We've been creating our experience all along. So we take this time to recenter, refocus, determine where it is we're going to go now. The leaves are all falling off the trees now to nourish the ground, to nourish the roots of the trees. It's all a cycle. And let's pay attention to that cycle. We step into that cycle. We pay attention to nature. And we spend some time outdoors in it if we've forgotten how these cycles of life work and how we are a part of it. And so as we welcome our good this week, we allow it to come from us. We receive the good that is seeking to come to us. And we be that light and that beacon for those that are having a hard time finding their good. There are those that are having a hard time right now. There are those that are on the street. There are those having difficulty with life. And so we can hold the consciousness of good and love and highest and best for them and in their name until they are ready and able to hear it and know it for themselves. So let us take a moment of silence and speak into this silence the name of those you wish to hold in consciousness that can use our support. Know that your words have been heard. They have been acted upon already before you said them. That each of these persons will feel the love and support of the entire universe this day and the next and the next and the next until they are ready to take the lantern from us and continue on. It's for this knowing that I give thanks. I give thanks that the word is responded to instantly by the universe. I give thanks that we are taking a turn for the better. I give thanks for all the good in our worlds here and beyond. And we let these words be so, and so it is. As you're relaxing, please enjoy the Lord's Prayer.
Thank you so much, Scott. We appreciate your music talents, along with David Bouvet and our multimedia team as well. And we'd like to say a special welcome to each and every one of you who joined us in our auditorium today, social distancing and wearing masks. We certainly appreciate you all being here, the wonderful energy that you bring to this moment and to our live streaming. It's a delight to have each and every one of you with us. There was a pastor who on one Sunday morning proclaimed the church is in need of some additional finances. And so we've already passed the offering plate, but we're going to pass the plate one more time. And we really need everyone to give generously. And in fact, the person who gives the most generous offering will get the opportunity to select 3 hymns. Well, they passed the offering plate. And as the plate came by, the pastor noticed, wow, someone put $1,000 in. And being so moved and so grateful for this generous gift, he said, I would like to personally thank whoever made this contribution. Would they come forward? And there was an elderly woman sitting in the back, frail and simple, and she just raised her hand and she began to move forward. The pastor was so moved with gratitude, so grateful. Ma'am, I'm so honored. I'm so grateful that you've made this generous contribution to the ministry and work of this church. Now you may pick 3 hymns. She pointed to three handsome gentlemen in the auditorium and said, I'll take him, him, and him. Now that's great gratitude. She was grateful, the pastor was grateful, everybody grateful, because in the end, everyone was blessed. And this is so true of the spirit of gratitude. You are blessed in the spirit of gratefulness and appreciation. It's one of the great energy shifters of our world. Let me tell you this, it's one of the most powerful shifts in frequency in our life that we can make. It is associated with love and kindness, and what it does is when we are expressing gratitude, we raise up the frequency of our life, the energy of our life. We begin to raise it up to a new level, a level that is higher and enabling us to achieve our very highest and best through it. It's an energy shifter. How important it is that we grasp this, because it'll take us to a new level, a level of great joy, a level of great happiness. When we engage in this great spirit, when we allow this energy shifter to take place. Today's world right now with COVID-19, there are so many who have just allowed the negative energy of our world and everything that's unfolding in it to just bring their frequencies down. They're going lower and lower into negativity and irritability. They're now being very short with one another, and patience is limited, all because of the great challenges we're going through. But this is the time to allow the energy shifter to take place and to work within our lives by embracing never more than ever before this very spirit of gratitude and appreciation. When we begin to count our blessings and name them one by that old familiar hymn, count your many blessings, name them one by one. When we do this, what happens is we shift that frequency, we shift our attitude, we change the energy of our life. And what happens is we bring about an attracting energy to our life. It's a shift from that which may be pushing things away and releasing in a way that hindering anything coming to us and creating an inability for it to flow to our life. We shift now in the spirit of gratitude and appreciation, that I am grateful, I am appreciative, I am thankful for all that's transpiring within my life. What happens is it creates an attracting energy that begins to draw even more goodness to our lives. Because if we want to change our life experience, then what we must do is change the life frequency, change the energy that we're emitting. For the soul is giving out this energy, and wouldn't it be wonderful if you were now realizing that you could offer an attracting energy, an energy that draws to you, that draws the goodness, that draws the highest and best into your life. So what we understand is that it opens up a major shift within our lives. There was a young man that I was working with, and he was saying, I have been on this spiritual pathway for quite some time, but unfortunately, it seems like the challenges of my life have become so great, and I'm in need of a spiritual renewal. I need some refreshing to happen within my spiritual life. I'm hungry for something to shift and make a change within me. And I offered him the advice of simply beginning a journey of gratitude on a day-to-day basis, expressing gratitude for anything and everything. That the moment you leave this office and walk out into the world, I invited him to begin to see the world with gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude for the air that you breathe, gratitude for the ground that you walk on, gratitude for the car that you're going to get in to go home, gratitude for the home and everything that you see on the pathway. And just begin to say, I am thankful, I am thankful, I am thankful, I am grateful, I am in appreciation. What happens is that he began to see and most importantly, feel things differently. Everything changed for him, because he began to open himself up to a realization that the God that he was seeking is everywhere, all around him, ever present, no matter what the circumstances may be, because he could experience and see and feel and sense all of the creation, all the great gifts, the great generosity of God, seen in the air that he breathes, in the ground that he walked on, in the car that he traveled in, the home that he went to, and everything that he saw in between. It just helped him to acknowledge and open himself up in a way that began to draw now the divine presence of God, the goodness of God to him. I love this passage that the psalmist has written for us, inspiring us and giving us guidance. Simply enter into his gates with thanksgiving. It's a mantra that we need to embrace for the day-to-day journey. When we want to enter into the presence of God, when we're hungry for more of this wonderful sense of the reality of God with us, in us, around us, and for us, well, we enter in. We come through the gate of gratitude, of thanksgiving and appreciation. It enables us to come into the presence as never before. You see, what happens is with the expressions of gratitude, the energy of gratitude that we offer, we begin to swing open the gates of the divine presence within our own life. Those doors swing wide open with a sense of, I am grateful for all that God has blessed me with. I am grateful. And even though you may at times feel that you are in lack or short of or don't have or don't possess all that you may desire, the gratitude that says right now, that which I do possess and I am grateful for, it begins to swing open the doors of then to this wonderful presence. It's this life-transforming energy shift experience when we enter in through the power of gratitude and thanksgiving. What happens is when we are grateful for what we already have, what we're doing is we sort of move our spirit to a place of seeing and experiencing abundance. That's right, abundance. You know, we begin to be ushered as if, you know how it is in the wedding, they have ushers offering their arm out and take you down the aisle and bring you there to your seat and seat you. Well, it's as if that ushering is happening within our life through gratitude, offering us the arm and taking us deeper into the presence of God, which is abundance. God is the infinite possibility. God is infinite blessing. God is infinite good. Abundance abounds in God. That which you may be seeking in your life, peace, joy, happiness, love, grace, forgiveness. God is the abundance of all of those things. And when we are grateful for what we have, we find ourselves ushered into this divine presence. It is then that we enter into awareness that all things are possible. And this abundance then is us simply knowing that we already have so much. We already have so much. For when we are grateful for what we have, the pathway is open to even greater things. We begin to attract because we appreciate what we have, more comes to us. Have you ever offered something in kindness to someone and they're not grateful? They haven't expressed gratitude? The energy around giving to them again said, well, he wasn't thankful, wasn't appreciative, didn't really appreciate it, makes me kind of like not want to give, to that person anymore because they just don't appreciate it. Oh, but when someone does, what happens? Oh, thank you. I appreciate, I'm grateful for this gift or what you've done for me. What does that do? But it makes you want to give more to them, right? Because that appreciation is an attracting energy. So it is as we walk through our life, when we appreciate, I appreciate what I have. I value what I have. I'm grateful for what I have. This gratitude then is an attracting force that draws to us even more. This energy shift enables us to see and to know and experience God that is the all good. The all good, no matter what you're going through. It is the all good. I'm appreciative of whatever I'm going through. Because let me tell you this, whatever you're going through, you attracted. And you must have needed it. Wait a minute. You're going to tell me this challenge, my microwave blew up, my car doesn't start, my job isn't paying the greatest salary, whatever it may be, wait a minute, I attracted this? Well, yes, we do. We attract all of this in our life, and it may be that we needed it. What? You needed it? Because it puts you in a place of awareness. It makes a shift. There's a lot of things that we may attract to our life that may not be the best, but they help us grow, evolve, and change and transform. So we may go through challenging times. We may go through difficult moments that we've attracted to our life, but they are there as opportunities for the soul to evolve and to grow. There's a story that we just looked at in our class on Musar on a Thursday morning at 10 a.m. in the Emerson Institute. It's found in our textbook, Everyday Holiness, but it's a very powerful illustration of gratitude for no matter what we experience. There was a rabbi, and he was traveling to a village. And along with him, he took a lamp, a rooster, and a donkey. Sounds like a joke, okay, but it's not. And they come into this village with lamp, a rooster, and a donkey, and a rabbi, and he's looking for accommodations for the evening, only to find that he's turned away from the inn, and there's no place for him to stay. So he finds solitude out on the edge of the city. And as nightfall falls, the wind came and blew out his lamp. What do we do now? As nightfall came, a weasel came and ate the rooster. Now what do we do now? As nightfall came, a lion came and devoured the donkey. Oh my, challenge after challenge. But as nightfall came, an enemy of marauders came into the city and hauled everyone off into captivity. Only he was spared. Why? Because the lamp had been blown out. Had the light been shining, the enemy would have noted where he was. Why was he safe? Because the rooster had been eaten by the weasel. Had the rooster crowed, would have given away his location. The donkey, devoured by the lion, was actually the greatest blessing. Had the donkey brayed, made some sort of noise, or acted up, again, he would have been given away and he would be in captivity, but he was spared. So, is he grateful? Oh, yes. Grateful for every experience he's going through. Yes, the lamp blows out. Yes, the rooster is gone. Yes, the donkey's gone. But his life is spared. And when we look at the greater cause of everything he's saying, I am so grateful that no matter what the experience I've gone through, it's there for my highest and best. And I must have attracted it. I must have brought it to my life for a reason, for good. Now, let me tell you this. Every time you go through a challenge and you may say, wait a minute, did I attract this hardship, this difficulty? But it's for our good, for our blessing, for our development, for our evolution, for our best. And when we live life from that perspective, we're grateful for every experience in our life. Are you grateful for that flat tire you had? Little did you may know that it may have caused you or spared you to slow down and caused you from some traffic incident. We know all the things that are going on within a world that may happen for us for our highest and best. And that may be attracted as we said earlier, angels in John's prayer, messengers of God speaking to us in divine ways or looking out and guiding us. So let us be grateful in all circumstances and grateful for all things. For the very science of gratitude is about more than just saying thanks. It's more than that. It's a way of seeing the world and seeing our world in new ways in which our eyes are opened. And when we do so, we see the world from a perspective that there is no lack. God is always blessing. And the unfolding of blessing is ever ongoing. It never stops. It never comes to an end. But the generosity of God is unlimited. So when we begin to see the world from a different perspective, the perspective of goodness, we're going through challenges for goodness to unfold, for the soul to increase. We're going through difficult times. We're going through these experiences, whatever it may be. We're going through the time. There is no lack. There is just the uncoming and unfolding of greater good ever coming to us. So the scripture says, give thanks in all circumstances. In every circumstances. No matter what you're going through, you're called to give thanks. Be appreciative of every single experience you went through. Grateful that the lamp blows out. Grateful that the rooster is eaten. Grateful that the donkey is devoured. Grateful that you have been spared and you are safe. All things work together for good when we are offering gratitude in every circumstance. Again, gratitude is much more than just uttering words. It's living by them. Actually living the spirit of gratitude in all times, in all ways. We live this world differently, and when we do, some amazing things actually happen within our lives. Do you know that people who are grateful are less likely to get sick? It's a proven fact. Gratitude can be one of your greatest protections. It creates a change within the molecular system of the body with this great feeling and emotion for your biography, affects your biology. It is your story of gratitude that's going to impact how you live your life. People who are grateful actually sleep better. People who are grateful are 20% to be more likely to be more generous because they already have a spirit of gratitude. People who are grateful are better in relationships. If you're looking for that super spouse, that wonderful partner in life, look for someone who is exuding the spirit of gratitude. They are also more forgiving. Gratitude will improve your happiness and your general state of mind. Gratitude will reduce your blood pressure. Wow. Just taking a time to be grateful reduces the blood pressure within your life, and it offers increased energy. You are more likely to help others when you are engaging in the spirit of gratitude, and that energy shift takes place within your life. And when you express gratitude before going to bed, you're going to have the best night's sleep. Being grateful, expressing gratitude, offering thanks. What happens is gratitude will rewire our brain. That's right. It ignites the chemical dopamine, which is a transmitter of happiness and contentment. When we do this, we just see a science happening within the very body. The spirituality of gratitude of impacting the science of everyday living, where science and spirituality are intertwined with one another. What happens is you actually train your brain in gratitude to deflect negative things, to actually push them away. And what happens is in gratitude, you are learning to retain more positive experiences in your life. You become a more well-rounded person as you express gratitude. Now, here's the best one for you all. Gratitude can actually be a fountain of youth. Science is saying those people who have expressed gratitude are actually speaking to the body and saying this: I am grateful for life. And they're telling every cell within the body, I am grateful for life. And so consequently, I want more of life. I want to live longer. But those who are living in a spirit of being ungrateful, lacking gratitude in their life, lacking gratitude for the life that they're living, are telling the body, I really am not grateful for this. I don't really want any more. I don't want extended life. I don't want cell renewal. I don't want this to happen. We're actually subconsciously speaking to the body and telling the very souls and the molecular makeup of the physical being to say, I'm done. Oh, the fountain of youth is there when we are saying, I am grateful for the life I'm living each and every day. And it renews and refreshes. If you are grateful, what happens is simply this: your blessings will increase because you see the blessings. You already see them unfolding. You're grateful what you have and you acknowledge them. And when you do, you're going to open the door for even more to happen for us in our life. It is a metaphysical law, a law that is beyond the physical. It's a spiritual law that when we begin to acknowledge, when we begin to see things with a spirit of appreciation in our life, it only allows us to be a gateway for even more to happen within our life. Let me tell you this, those who are expressing the ingratitude in nature, the negativity, the doubt, the fears, etc., that are all associated with it, are actually blocking out things that could be coming to their lives. Because let me tell you this, when you are welcoming in gratitude all the goodness, it will come to you, as Jesus said, all that the Father has is mine. And that's the same for you and I. Everything that the divine source of God has is for you. Now, in gratitude, we will attract it. We'll draw it to us. We will usher it in. We'll move into this divine presence, which is the place of goodness and full abundance. We're going to get there in the spirit of gratitude, which is actually a lifestyle. Gratitude is a lifestyle. I know it's Thanksgiving, and we think it's very appropriate to talk about gratitude during this week. We're going to gather together around turkey dinners. Some of us, it's going to be TV dinners all at home alone. But we're going to say this is our Thanksgiving dinner. And what's going to happen in our life is we're going to say, well, I got to think about maybe being a little grateful. It's a lifestyle, not meant to just be in the season of Thanksgiving, but a lifestyle that is lived each and every day, every single moment of our lives. Colossians chapter 4, verse 2 says this, devote yourself. Devote yourself to prayer, being mindful, aware, and thankful. Wow. This is the calling of our lifestyle, that there may be a devotion, a dedication, a commitment to every single day of our life in a prayerfulness that is filled with a sense of appreciation and gratitude for all things. You're in the presence of God. You're in the presence of the divine. You are in the presence of the awareness of love and grace and mercy and all the goodness that the God has for you. You are in that as you devote daily, commit daily to this wonderful attitude of appreciation. Psalm 95 verses 1 through 3 say, let us come into his presence with thanksgiving. Yeah. It is how we enter in. It is the gateway. This is how it all happens. It's happening when we exude this wonderful spirit of gratitude in our lives. So today, I invite you to enter into the presence of God. You have the key. The doors are ready to swing open. It is simply using the key of gratitude and appreciation for every single experience. You may want to label every experience good or bad, challenging or uplifting. Doesn't matter. They're all something to be grateful for because they're all part of the evolution of the soul, of the journey of our life. So come now and enjoy this energy shift. Allow this shift to take place within your life by embracing a day-to-day journey, a day-to-day commitment, a day-to-day devotion to saying, I am grateful in all ways. And as we do, even more blessings await us. Count your many blessings, name them one by one, and as you do, you become the attractor of even more that has been waiting for you, ready and prepared for you. For God knows the desires of your heart before you even ask, so they're already prepared and already there, just waiting for you to usher them in, to allow them to come in, to release all blockages and all hindrances, to allow the goodness of God. For all that God has, all that the Father has, is yours. And it's yours through the energy shift of gratitude. Amen. Well, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you and grateful for the wonderful support that you offer for this ministry. And yes, today, if you give generously, you can pick out 3 hymns. Go right ahead. So what we want to offer you is the opportunity for you to share your tithes and offerings right now. We appreciate so much your generosity. And as we do, let's offer this affirmation of celebration. City of Light is a thriving community that is experiencing the abundance of God. We are growing and flourishing because we believe in the practice of the teachings of spiritual truth. As we give and receive, we join now in the divine flow. We know that all we share with life returns to us multiplied abundantly, and so it is. For those of you gathered in this room, you may place your gifts in the offering basket. Those of you joining us through live streaming, please know that you can go to our website at www.cityoflightatlanta.com. God bless you. Amen. Count your many blessings. Name them one by one. How important that is. Don't just lump them in one sum. I think it's powerful for us to do that, naming individually of blessing after blessing after blessing, because we begin to see, as this beautiful hymn says, we can count your many blessings, see what God has done. See the wonderful ways that the Spirit of God has already worked within your heart and your life. As we conclude today's opportunity of celebration and this wonderful spirit of love and gratitude, appreciation we've been sharing with one another, we conclude traditionally with this song, Yes, There is Peace on Earth. Let me tell you this, when you are filled with gratitude, there is a peace that fills your life, a sense of calm, a sense of great assurance. It begins in each and every one of us. So we invite you to join with this closing song. Let's join together and proclaim, yes, there's peace on earth. Yes, there is peace on earth. And yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth. The peace that was meant to be. With God as my center, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my solemn vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins in me. Would you pray with me? This we know to be our truth, that the Spirit of God, that is ever generous, ever loving, and ever knowing, is with us, never leaving nor forsaking us. We know that this power and this presence is the one power and the almighty presence of love and grace, provision and blessing. And we center ourselves now in this moment, in this full awareness, removing all distractions, but knowing that that which is of divine, that order is ours, that which is of God is truly ours to proclaim. So we claim for ourselves this week a spirit of great gratitude that is attracting to us even greater things. A gratefulness for the simple, a gratefulness for the great. Counting our blessings and naming them one by one in this spirit, we know that the divine is opening the doors to the very presence, the blessings, the goodness of God. So with this, we welcome a greater understanding, a greater awareness, a greater experience in the divine. As through gratitude, we welcome all that God has in store for us. So we release this now with great appreciation, knowing that this is going to be our experience, for we've claimed it, we know it, we proclaim it, and we allow it in this moment. And the universe begins to unfold it even now as we speak these words. And we release them now together as we say, and so it is. Take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins in me. Thank you so much for being with us today at City of Light. It's a delight to see you each and every week through our live streaming and our YouTube channels. We look forward to the day when we can all come together in community and celebrate, and I am grateful for that moment. I'm already in anticipation, filled with gratitude for the day that we can hug and see each other and celebrate together freely. It's coming soon. We know it, for gratitude is ushering it in sooner and sooner. We claim that. Now I'm claiming for you a great week, and we know that God has something very special in store for you, because our ministry theme for this year has been, we're living in expectancy. So we are expecting amazing things. So we hope that you'll join us in that spirit of expectancy and expecting some amazing things in your own life as well. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you through one of our class sessions or again Sunday morning at 11 a.m. here at City of Light. I know you're going to have a blessed, mighty and powerful week. Amen.